A new PlayStation Store digital sale is here and I like this one a lot. It's a mix of indie and AAA with a whole host of new low prices. Today I'm going to be covering games that are all cross-gen PS4 and PS5, and we have pricing here for the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. My name's Alex, so this is PlayStation Corner. Let's get started. Later in the video, we do have a winner to announce for a $10 PSN gift card and one more to give away. To enter, drop a comment down below and the winner, they'll be announced in next Wednesday's deals video. If you do enjoy the video today as well, consider hitting subscribe, helps the channel out a huge amount. We're kicking off our list of 10 games today with Tunic, an action-adventure experience clearly inspired by Zelda but with its own unique challenges. Combat here is a standout feature with the ability to dodge, block and parry, and it's got impressively tough boss moments. Now you play as a fox character searching for treasure, and the game's world demands that you do explore and figure things out on your own. Now what sets Tunic apart is a sacred book that actually doubles as a game's instruction manual and guide. You must collect pages and then translate this book, which adds a really unique level of depth to the game. 40% off, then it matches the low price. Deliver Us Mars is a recent third-person action-adventure game that is now available at a new low price of 30% off. It's a follow-up to the cult game Deliver Us the Moon, and it offers around 8 to 10 hours of gameplay with smaller segments as well in first-person perspective. Now the game's main objective is to take back the Ark colony ship, which was stolen by the mysterious Outward, clan. It's to ensure, though, the survival of humanity. Now the gameplay here involves exploration, environmental puzzles, and climbing, even though I will add here, the climbing animation is definitely a bit janky. Despite this, the game is enjoyable, and the highlight is that immersive spaceship launch at the very open of the game. It's completely in first person, and it really is an epic moment. Blacktail is a fantastic indie game that I recently previewed here on the channel. Find that video in the pinned comment, and it's currently 35% off, and it's a first-person adventure game set in a small open world with a refined combat system. Now the game is reminiscent for me of Elder Scrolls, of course just on a smaller scale, and here you'll be encountering plenty of fantastical creatures and bosses, and you'll be tackling them then with a bow and arrow and magic-based action. Many of these enemies as well, they are your own living memories. Now what sets Blacktail apart is just its unique story that kind of spreads from that. The game is based on the legend of Baba Yaga, and you play as a young girl accused of witchcraft, and you're forced now to leave your home. Along the way you'll meet characters who may be able to help you find your way, but you're going to have to decide whether to be good or evil. Despite being an indie game, the graphics are impressive, although the UI and some animations could definitely use some refinements. Sniper Elite 5 is currently 50% off, which is the lowest price yet, and Luke had the opportunity to play the game, and as with previous installments, you'll find yourself here behind enemy lines in World War II, this time in 1944 France, where you must uncover the truth behind Project Kraken. The game design is focused on smaller sandbox locations, and then it typically gives you a very specific target. Basically, it allows you to decide now how to approach each mission. Personally, I enjoy the stealth aspect of this game, which is definitely the best way to tackle the series. The game includes a variety of weapons and gadgets, and the X-ray kill cam returns, and it just shows you detailed shots of enemy soldiers being taken out. Additionally, there are various difficulty options that can impact the realism of these shots, including the distance and the wind speed. Overall, Sniper Elite 5 offers an immersive World War II experience with strategic and engaging gameplay. F1 Manager 2022 is an incredibly niche option on today's list, but it gets a massive sale of 80% off, a new low, and it's a game I picked up myself in a previous sale. Naturally, it's only going to be for a limited few, but if you do like the sport like me, I do think it is well worth it. The theme is obviously to manage a Formula 1 team and see them rise through the ranks. Think here team building, strategy, car setup, and really everything else that comes along with that. Works though surprisingly well on the console thanks to some real well thought out menus. Lost Judgment, for me, was the much anticipated sequel to Judgment, a spin-off from the Yakuza series that puts you in the role of a detective. Now, while not always a model citizen, the protagonist is navigating a small open world on foot, packed with things to do and, enemies to take on. It's got this incredible brawler-style action. The game's story involves investigating a murder and a crime, which becomes complicated when events surrounding the case seem to have occurred simultaneously, and both events are actually linked to the same individual. Of course, that is leading to confusion because how could they be in two places at once? The game masterfully blends serious themes with over-the-top moments, all while retaining the series' trademark humour. And yeah, Last Judgment overall, it just features a really likeable cast and a well-realised world, and it's 65% off. That is a new low, and in my opinion, this release is absolutely worth it. After the Fall, a complete edition gets 38% off. That is a new low, and this is going to be for the VR2 fans out there. Heavily influenced by Left 4 Dead, you'll be teaming up with up to 3 other players, and you will be required to tackle a hostile world that has now frozen over. Alongside co-op, we do get solo play, a competitive mode, a mission-based campaign, and then the ability to craft and upgrade multiple weapons. Alongside that, the game has expanded, and that is all packed now into this version. Luke streamed it here on the channel. He enjoyed it once he paired up with a good team, so I'll be linking that video in the pinned comments. Hades is a roguelike experience from Supergiant Games. It's currently 40% off. That is the lowest price it's ever been, and the game's premise here involves attempting to escape from the Greek underworld, featuring hack and slash combat and the ability to unlock new weapons and abilities as you do progress. The game's randomized locations are beautifully designed, with memorable boss encounters packed in throughout, and it also features incredible visuals and music. Mastering the different weapons is incredibly satisfying. I still can't get to grips with the bow, and when you think you are done here, it just has this way of pulling you back in to uncover more and just try different setups. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an action-adventure experience. It doesn't really deviate too far from the typical Assassin's Creed setup. I love the setting though here, the Viking Age, and we follow a raider who has become embroiled in the conflict between the Assassins and the Templars. As always, it's an open world affair, but it's actually overwhelming how big this location is, and there's just a huge amount to do. Think hunting and raiding settlements all while on foot or even horseback and boat. It's got the usual parkour design in here as well, and then yeah, just throw in a huge selection of weapons and missions, and this will keep you busy for a long time. It is a winner in my opinion. It's also a new low price, 75% off, and it is well worth it. And our winner of the week, it's going to Jesse, who picked up not only Quake, but was considering Ruiner, Death's Door, and Grace. In fact, it seems like Jesse was about to empty the bank account a bit because there was even mention of Firewatch as well. I can't fault any of these games. They are all great in their own way, so congrats, Jesse. Drop me an email to claim that code, and everyone else, drop a comment down below for your chance to win a $10 PSN gift card in next Wednesday's video. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy then is underappreciated. I'm hoping more check it out at this price with a new low of 70% off. It is more than fair in my opinion for this third-person action adventure. It's worth adding here, I will say it is included with PS Plus Extra, so if you do have access, maybe head there, but many may still want a copy that is permanently theirs. Now here you take on the role of Star-Lord. You are leading our team on a mission across the cosmos. Think a series of catastrophic events that may or may not be your fault. Incredibly cinematic. It's got some great jokes in here. I love the team personally, and it looks absolutely fantastic. The only thing I will say is sometimes it can be so cinematic, it can feel like the game's maybe taking just a little bit too much control. Still really enjoyed it myself. I honestly don't go in with high hopes with any of these licensed deals, and I do think this is one of the better superhero experiences out there. It's just one of the better adaptations basically overall, and this new low price again, it may be worth a look. And that is the video down. Will you be adding anything to the library? Let me know in the comments below. Next week we will be back to our usual 2 videos a week. That's one like this one where the price is pretty much anything goes. The second video, that will be under $10. Now in next Wednesday's video, that will be our first one returning. You can expect to see the winner for the $10 PSN gift card from this video, so do get your comments down below. With that, hit subscribe, join us here for reviews, lists and deals weekly, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.